specific instance where something just crazy has happened, but there are so many things that happen throughout the weekend that it'll just become a blur to you. So many good things, so many bad things, problems that you have to figure out and solve with your team, coordinate with the leaders and the groups. I just can't really think of one specific thing, and I apologize, but I mean, it's all crazy and it's all so much fun. And for what it's worth, that's why I do it, is because it is very fulfilling and I love it.
All right. And Wolf, is there anything in your experience that has been interesting, funny, or both? I've seen a lot. I've seen quite a bit. I'd say on multiple occasions, I've seen a lot of anti-verse go around, and those are the funniest people to deal with because, in my personal opinion, they don't know what they're talking about, right? And a lot of like anti-verse will make up a lot of stuff to put, our name in a bad position. So those are the most fun to deal with. Um, Now as for good, I've seen a lot of good, a lot. Let's say a lot more good than I have seen bad. Let's say I've seen a lot of people help out others who are genuinely like I'd say, who are physically or mentally distraught. I've seen a lot of people come help out those individuals as well. I've seen ranging from smaller injuries to big injuries. I have seen one of my battle buddies when I was at MFF last year. We had an incident. Swear I didn't break. I had one of my battle buddies. I was not there at the time. I was in the process of actually getting to the individual who was currently injured, who ended up falling down a flight of stairs. He physically carried this person approximately 2.5 miles, which is how long it takes from the sky bridges. Because if you've ever been to MFF, there's like 1,000 sky bridges to get across just to get to the medical field or to the medical office, such as whether it be the drunk tank or the actual medical den. Uh, I didn't break it. um, Carried him about 2 miles just to get him treated. So I'd say this thing that I can tell you right now is treat everyone with respect, regardless of who they are, if you know them or dislike them, because someday that individual could save your life. All right. And at this time, there is a current stream going? Is there any questions on the stream? If not, you can ask. And if you guys out in the crowd have any questions as well, feel free to ask. You can raise your hand or whatever if you want to have a question to ask them. And as far as our next question, why did you decide to become part of staff? Did you tell somebody about it or just wanted to try?
So for me, like I mentioned before, I've been at TFF for a good while. And one day I actually came to one of these panels about staffing. And from there, I signed up. I joined the social media team. I started helping move our tweets and the chats and everything. And you probably still see me skulking in there. I also want to shout out Ollie, who's our social media exec, who's back there. Love you. And from there, I just kind of kept going, and then I moved up to HR, and now I run that, and it's been a really good experience. So, yeah, I had been coming to TFF for a while, and I saw like all the work. There's actually a video that one of our execs has, looks like, and he has a video of me walking through Conspace before I was staff or anything like that with my friends, like from like 8, 9 years ago. And I guess he was going through his like photos and stuff. I was like, "Hey, is that you?" And I was like, "Hey, moly, that is definitely me." Like 8 years ago. So it's little things like that, where I've been here so long, It's and now I get to donate time for other people to enjoy.
So this one's gonna be a long one. You have to sit back. All right. So graduated in 2019 at Plano Senior High, and I was just this little snot-nosed teenager. Didn't know what I was doing. I just went to cons, had fun, did whatever I wanted. And then, let's say I met one individual specifically who is currently here on staff. His name is Tyler. I met him out in Sanger, Texas, at an airsoft field called D14. And he introduced me to TFF. Him and another friend of mine that I met while we were out there. And I'd say I kind of changed from then. I wanted to do more of a community thing where I could help out other people who are, having issues at cons, depending on whatever the issue is. So from there, we're going to fast forward a couple of years. I went from being a gopher slash volunteer to a staff member, and then from a staff member to an admin. Now, the admin just recently happened. So before I got the admin position, I was deployed overseas to Iraq. I am a combat vet, and I learned a lot when I was over there. I went from being just a regular saw gunner to a SOG, and now SOG stands for Sergeant of the Guard, which is you're responsible for base defense. You are responsible for keeping all the towers up, loaded. You're responsible for the defense of the entire base and every individual with inside the base, regardless if it is a fob, which if you don't know what a fob is, it is called a forward operating base. And everyone inside the top. A talk is basically your communication section. That's where all of your commanders, your first sergeants, and all of your platoon sergeants, all your higher up chain of command. So after I got that, I was introduced to MFF in 2022. I kind of skyrocketed through the ranks because of my experiences and how good I was at my job, from being a non-qualified combat medic. Basically, in other words, what that means is you go through CLS training, which is called Combat Lifesaver Training, and it'll make you through T1, through TCCC, which basically makes you a combat medic. Now, since I have those experiences, training, certificates, and everything that I've done, it allowed me to push up through the ranks of, or I'd say, positions in this case, because it is a civilian volunteer rank course at MFF to help out other people to coordinate, the entire con. I would also like to say that, I've kind of matured a lot throughout the years, and it is me having this position has helped me out a lot. Even with me no longer being a staff member at TFF, I still show up because if they need an extra hand, all they'd have to do is call, and I'm there. Super simple.
As far as me, I'm going for staff. It's just something I wanted to try last year. I've always looked at helping people and getting a good stance with people. I don't like to boast about anything, but as far as like being excited for staff, the only thing that happened with me here at CFF is that I just wanted to try it out. And a year later, here we are. And it's been a lot of fun for me. It's been a huge blast, and I'm definitely going to come back next year. And if any of you out in the crowd have any questions, you can come up or you can ask. As far as the stream goes, you have to come up and take the mic and ask us that way.
And you're doing a great job, by the way.
I thank you. And as far as if you are interested in signing up for staff at TFF here this year, Aries has a little tablet with them that if you are interested, you can come up after the talk show, sign up, and he'll find somewhere to put you.
Yeah, and ask questions. I wanted to come here just to make sure that people knew that it isn't a big, huge thing. We're all unpaid volunteers, so it is just something that you want to do, and we're all here because we want to. But if you have any questions or any weirdness that you think might be important before actually signing up, then feel free to come up and ask, or ask right now. We'll give you an answer, and then hopefully we can find something for you to do to help out.
All right, and the final question on my list: do you get paid for it, or is it just a volunteer thing?
So we don't get money, but the payment for this comes a little bit of different ways. For me, I just get to meet a lot of different people. Every staff that comes through, which is about 300 people at this point, has talked to me at some point. So I get to meet a lot of different people. I make a lot of good friends. Me and Roxy are starting to like, like, hey, like, what's up? What's going on? And so that's what I like. I get energy from talking to people and making friends and being involved in other like things. And so that's how I get payment back. I met just a regular attendee. I think I was verifying them for the AD chat. You have to send your ID and stuff. And not even like face to face. This was on Telegram. And the person mentioned something. We just kind of started a conversation. And then after that, it was here, and they were like, "Hey, come see me. I have something for you." And they got me this bracelet, the top one right here, and it has Aries in little block letters. And they were just like, "I made this for you. Thank you so much." And it was like a moment, y'all, because I was like, "Oh," and that's where I felt gratitude. On top of just, going to opening, closing ceremonies, seeing the things that this con moves, especially being in Texas, and things are a little weird in the area and with our government and all this. And you're seeing so many more young furries. I'm old at this point, but the fandom keeps getting younger and more furs come in, and people are able to express themselves and make friends and find their pack. And I feel really proud that I get to be a part of putting this together and allowing a place where 10 years ago, I was doing the same thing, finding myself, figuring out who I was. Turns out I'm a white tiger with blue stripes, and yeah, it feels amazing. That's how I get paid.
Absolutely not. Um, I don't want money. I don't want your money. I'm just here. I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, I don't really get paid either. I get paid with smiles. Everybody smiles and everybody laughs and has fun. That's the way I get paid, and it's so rewarding. And it's so like as far as the turnout here, I'm proud of each of every one of you guys. This is great. I was expecting like 2 people. So this turnout has been very great. It's been very rewarding. As far as the stream goes, I thank you. And from there, it will go to the crowd's questions if there is any. And Axel actually has a question.
It's more of an answer to that question, the previous question. For me, again, I don't, the way I get paid is basically meeting new people that I've seen like online or I met online, and meeting new faces and making new friends. That's what I like. That's what makes it fun for me for this.
All right. Any questions out in the crowd? No? All right. Here's Wolf.
Yeah, I'm out of line a little bit. I don't get paid, but I said the only thing I can really tell you is I'm here for you. You asked, I'm there. You tell me I'm going to listen. That's just the person I am. I'm here for anyone around me, regardless if it's small, serious, or personal. I'm also an open book, so you can ask any question you want. Doesn't matter if it's deep, dark, present, right now, future, past. Ask it. No.
As far as like, if you guys are interested in becoming staff, it is definitely worth it. It's definitely worth taking a little bit of time and helping other people, like all the new people. There's a lot of first time attendees. So it is definitely worth having people to help people. So, because we're all fandoms, we're all furries here, so we know what's going on. We don't like all the haters, and they're not good. Even if they do show up, we'll just tell them off. But as far as staffing, it's an absolute blast. It is fun and it is very rewarding. So if anybody has any last minute details up here. All right. All right.
Don't talk about it if you're not going to be about it. Go out there and do it.
All right. As far as the stream goes, I thank you for each and one of you that comes out and everybody out in the crowd. Thank you for coming out. I swear this mic's gonna make me mad. Okay. So everybody in the crowd, I thank you for coming out. We're gonna go ahead and cut off the stream. And as far as if you guys have any personal questions, you can feel free to come up here and ask. And thank you for all of you coming out. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Appreciate you guys.
What?
Later, y'all.